Sure, Dave. Just 7 different pitchers. You gave some freshmen some debuts. What did you like from the staff as a whole today? How good was it to get multiple guys some work?
Yeah, what I like from the staff, number one, is they threw a lot of strikes. I think we only walked a couple all day, and Oral Roberts came out in the first 2 innings and hit. They got 5 hits and hit 2 other balls right on the nose. So we're over there thinking, okay, we're going to have to score some runs, and we did. But DeCreamer didn't have what he had last week. Obviously, he made some mistakes to get ahead of people and finish them off. A couple of 0-2 hits, and pitches should have been bounced, should have been out of zone a little bit, and just they took advantage of it. But the top of their order did a nice job, and but the staff as a whole is amazing. I mean, McIlvain, we didn't think he threw a ball. They called the one ball on him. We thought it was strike 3. I think he threw like 13, 14, in our opinion, strikes in a row. And obviously on the score sheet it says he threw a ball, and that was amazing. And then McGuire did a great job. It could go on and on and on. And I really liked what I saw. Kircher kind of getting his health back, came in pumping it down there pretty good and finished that last one. It was like 97 at the knees in. That was beautiful. And then he came with some sliders to the next hitter, and that was really good to see. He didn't have to throw very many pitches, but it was a 1-inning deal. And I thought Brissy came in and pounded the zone as well, and might have had to throw a couple extra pitches to get strike 3. And then Martin was really good. I mean, he had to get 5 outs in the 9th. I mean, he should routine play at first instead of just taking 2 steps in, take 1 step back, catch a big hop, either flip it to the pitcher or run to the bag. That was a little frustrating. And I don't know. We miscommunicated on a pop-up. Third baseman had called it 1 time. My first baseman was coming in to take it, but he was a good 10 yards away from him when my third baseman called it. You got to call it 5 times, and you almost have to get animated, and he steamrolled him. And, I don't know how he held on the ball. So there's a lot of things we got to clean up, but it's like I told him, that was a really good win on a Tuesday. We didn't win last Tuesday. We got to play a lot of people. But we got the boys coming in about 2 weeks, and it starts. So we're not all there.
What do you think has maybe pushed McIlvain from, fall and spring? It wasn't quite as crisp as it is right now. I mean, where are you seeing from him on the mound and how he's taking this next step?
Well, I know he's super happy here. He loves the way he loves the way we do things. I think he probably loves the way we coach him and talk to him, and not knocking anybody else. It's everything. It's just the way you are. But what he's doing right now is absolutely pounding the zone. And, he was inconsistent where he was, and he needed a change. And he didn't feel like maybe that was the spot for him, or there's enough belief in him. And so then he comes here, and he's kind of like he started over. And so he had to prove it to us. And, I think our pitching staff has done a great job with him. And, he's a junior. He's confident. He's ready to go, and he's showing it.
I know you like home runs, you like extra base hits, but I think 9 or 8 of the hits today were just singles. I know there are a lot of hard hit balls, but how good is it to see maybe that type of way and scoring 10 runs today, just grinding another pitching staff out like that?
Yeah, to me that's what you have to do, especially when the wind's blowing 15 to 20 out of the south like it was today, knocking balls down anywhere from pretty much almost dead left over towards center field. You got to hit it like a big boy, like Pompey did. He crushed that thing to get it out of here. So you got to be able to score runs other ways. And I just talked to the team about that, taking your walks. And I'm not sure how many times we walked today. Looks like we walked about 6 times, but we probably could have walked about 9 or 10 times. And that's what I told them. A run's a run. You don't have to hit a sac fly. You can take ball 4, and little things like that. And let the next guy do it. And that's how you beat good teams. When you get a chance to put them away. We could have done that early. About the 4th, 5th inning, we should have been really separated, and we were a little bit. But we're still a work in progress. We're learning.
What have you thought about what Zach Stewart's given you since you've put him in the lineup consistently?
It's been everything we could have hoped for. That's what we were hoping for. That's Zach Stewart as a freshman, but now he's 21, 22 years old. Man, he's a full-grown man. when he hits it hard. I mean, that kid couldn't get out of the way of that 110-mile-an-hour one hopper and hit him in the leg and shot into center field. And I think he hit three balls today over 106, 8, 10, right in there. I mean, it matters. You square it up like that, but he's such a threat, to answer your question. And he's a left-handed threat, and, he can protect people. I'll slowly move him up in the order. That's what I'm doing.
I think between you and ORU, you played 45 players today. Kind of feel like both of you were trying to, it wasn't a double midweek, but kind of make up for, just, you know what I'm saying, a development game.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get some of these guys in the game. I'm not ready to start some of them yet. There's such a big difference between a freshman and a junior, and that's why you see, I mean, you look at their team over there today, they had 7 seniors in the lineup. And I think 2 or 3 of them were redshirt seniors. That means they're 5th year. And they had a redshirt freshman and a junior. That was their starting lineup. That's an old team at this level. And, so, trying to get the young guys' feet wet, but I really like what I've seen from our young pitchers. They've come in and they've done a nice job of throwing the ball over the plate. And even Martin today, he's made a big move since fall. Big time from what I saw today and what I've been hearing, and we've been wanting to get him out there. And so now, next time, it's a lot easier to put him in when we have a 5-run lead or a 4-run lead, or, hey, maybe the game's tied or we're an extra inning sometime. And you got confidence in these young guys. So, I don't know. Yeah.
You mentioned Pompey's home run. He got on base for you a couple of times today. It seemed like he put the bat on the ball more. You sent him to the doctor yesterday. Was anything come out of that? And then what did you think about the performance that he gave you? Yeah,
just on his performance, I feel like that, he's been working hard. Like I told you the other day, he really cares. He wants to help the team. He didn't sit over there and pout the last 2 days that he didn't play. He fouled off a couple pitches. He almost got him. Then he got another one. He didn't miss it. And, he got on base with a walk, which was, we're loving those. And I don't know. Really, the eye doctor's thing, it's, looks like he's going to be okay there. Don't know 100%, but I don't think there's any major issues. I think now it's just he just needs to climb back into that confident area that he needs to be in and, help the team down, when we start to get into conference play.
I was just going to ask you something quick on Helfrich's at bats. It's 8 in a row he's reached base, and it just looks like he's hitting stuff hard, he's taking pitches, and what do you think of that?
Yeah, and I made this comment last week. Probably of all the guys on the team going into this past weekend, he was probably the most tough luck hitter. He'd hit a lot of balls hard. Some of them on the ground, they were 107-mile-an-hour ground balls, and they made some nice plays on him, lining out and stuff. He had a couple balls, find holes this past week, but he also squared up a bunch of baseballs. And, I liked his at-bats. Took a walk, I think he probably leads us in walks, 13, 14 walks. And when he got himself out, he hit those 2 home runs that first game, and he got a little crazy at the plate. He started swinging the stuff we hadn't seen him swing at. He's back on track now. And what I see is a real confident player that's not going out of the zone too much. And, he missed a pitch or two. He fouled off a pitch, and the guy hung the same pitch. It was a slider of some sort, breaking ball, and he missed it, and he singles. And the other day, that same pitch went into the seats. So love what he's doing at the plate. He's a tough out. And they're seeing what we see in the other dugout, man. If we make a mistake with this guy, he's going to hurt you.
Coach, you touched on it at Swatters Club a little bit, but another big offensive performance since the guys put on the eye black. Is it a fun coincidence, or are you kind of leaning into it a little bit more? Where are you with the guys on the eye black right now?
Yeah, I could care less about the eye black, to be honest with you. Just as long as they don't, look ridiculous, so to speak. If that's the case, I'll probably say something, but I don't really care. Hopefully they don't get on their uniform, because I know Mark will get really upset because that stuff's hard to get out.
I think we're supposed to ask you about Stetson while we're in here.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate using the same starting rotation, at least your first 3?
Yeah, I would say probably 100%. That'll be the order. I think the issue is Friday's game. nothing's set in stone yet, but it looks like the later you go in the day, the worse it gets. Now, we'll look at it tomorrow, and then we'll look at it again on Thursday, and I mean, it could be, you know, and I haven't talked to too many people about it, so I'm not the decision maker, but I wouldn't doubt it if that 6 o'clock game didn't turn into an early afternoon game.
What do you know about Stetson, and how did the series come about?
I don't know exactly. I mean, they were kind of average. I don't know a lot about them. Be fine looking at them tomorrow. I think they're playing South Florida tonight, maybe. Just that they have an older team, and they were looking to travel, and this is where they ended up. I mean, they probably put some feelers out, and you know, Clay Goodwin's gotten involved with the schedule a lot over the last few years, and he dealt with it. So you probably would have to ask him on that. He'd probably tell you how it all went down.
I think they won 40 games last year. I mean, how good is it to maybe right before SEC play a program that's used to winning, that's going to come in here, you know, older team like you said?
No, I mean, we were excited that they were going to come in here and play us. I think we don't need to play somebody that we can play bad and still win. We need to play teams that are good and that will challenge us, and we need to play good. We need to elevate. And, I mean, we've had some times over the last few games that it didn't matter who we were playing, we were going to win. And then we took an inning off or a few at-bats off. We just need to get everything right where we can have the lineup and the power and the, you know, the offense that we feel like that we can put together on the field and have it be more consistent. Because right now, it looks good. It's starting to look better. And I'm sure that Stetson's going to have some good arms, and they're going to challenge us from both sides. And, you know, we're going to have to play well.